Okay, ladies and gentlemen, friends of the Bermuda Rowing Association, welcome. This is a huge day for the rowers, huge day for Bermuda athletes generally. It's our great pleasure and privilege to welcome Sir Stephen Redgrave to Bermuda Rowing and back to Bermuda. He loved it so much last time, he and his friends will come back to enjoy it for another week. I'm grateful to our officers, captains, Willie Forbes, our Vice President and Director. We have Anne Perrin, Chief Director. Thank you. We've got Louise Park, Ladies Captain. And I think that's it from the board. But for all those that pull together for sport in Bermuda, thank you for turning up. We have Minister Trevor Munnis here. We're very honoured that the Minister can give us his time today. The Minister looks after all of the sporting harbour in the buildings and the facility that we use as well. So we're very grateful for your efforts on our behalf, and thank you for coming. So members of and supporters of the Rowing Association, unfortunately, I call him our first Olympic rower for Bermuda. Couldn't make it today, Jim Butterfield. He is our first because, of course, we are going to have others. And we're here to inspire that. So Stephen, I know, is definitely here to inspire that. We're a small country, but it doesn't mean to say we can play large. So let's go for that. We will be at the Olympics. Bermuda Rowing Association has been here for 9 years now, but that's only in its modern form in these slim carbon fibre boats. Rowing has formed part of Bermuda's heritage since day one. The Sea Venture wrecked on the reefs, miles out to sea. The only way they could get to the island and save themselves from the Sea Venture wreck was to row here. Rowing has been very much part of Bermuda's heritage since day one, through the pilots, through the fishermen, through everybody. We are just its current form. We're here to encourage it. We have 80 members. We're over 60% female based. We have a strong junior program. Some of the juniors are standing behind me. And we are a charity, so we have a bursary system. If any junior shows the right mettle, but cannot perhaps row as much as they would like to, we have sponsors who sponsor the bursary program. So there is a no cost to any junior who would like to row and shows the right mettle. So our message to the whole community is come on down and try this fantastic sport. And overseas, we have our two world champions, Shelley Pearson, who is a junior world champion, and Brian Motier, who was double masters world champion a couple of years ago. They're trading off Ireland, couldn't make it today. Special mention today has to go to one of our juniors. We have two sisters rowing. We have Olivia and Maddie Moore. Maddie, as you all know, has just come back from the Carifta Games. She won 2 golds for Bermuda, 1 silver and 1 bronze. So Stephen's 5 golds, and we have Maddie Moore who's catching up fast. I'd like Maddie to come forward. So one of our stars, and well deserved. And from the Olympics, you saw a lot of Sir Stephen carrying the torch into the stadium, but he was there for a lot of the events. And if any of the rowers were looking less than happy, they were treated to the Redgrave hug, and I hope, in congratulations, you might witness.
Oh, we can do that. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done, Maddie. And so Sir Stephen could remember his trip here even more, and perhaps persuade your family and friends how beautiful this island is. We have a presentation for Sir Stephen. There are 2 in there, Willie. There's something else.
Keep that as a surprise.
It's a surprise.
There you go, just a token, and for your next golf game.
All right. I can swap hats now immediately.
There you go. Oh yeah, cool.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You can wear sunglasses over that one.
That's enough from me. Over to Sir Stephen Redgrave.
Thank you very much, Minister Michael, thank you for organising coming down. I was here 18 months ago with the Hackers Cup as we came in and had a fantastic time last time. It went so well, we decided that they'd have the event again. That's what's brought us in again this time. And once Michael knew that I was coming in again, once he got himself into one of the golf teams, and we did okay, we came second, so quite pleased with that. And obviously coming down to see some of the rows. Because of the restraint on time, we haven't been able to get across to the boathouse itself, but it's a great honour, and it's great to see that the youngsters coming down in enjoying the sport. And in a few minutes time I'm going to see some of them actually out on the water, which will be a lot of fun. I started rowing back in 1976. Seems a very long time. Yes, I'm a very old man now, and it's very rare that I actually get out in a boat and do any rowing now. But I certainly still enjoy the sport. I've been president of British Rowing for the last 13 years. I'm trying to hand that post on to somebody else, but nobody else will take it. So I know that firsthand of what it's like to try and organise an association, a federation, and the sport of rowing. In Great Britain we have a lot of rowers, a lot of events, and then when you're in Bermuda is that of a handful of people, the enthusiasm of a few individuals that make it happen. So of these people here are part of the committee of a fantastic job of being able to get the rowing club up, and the success that you've been getting is that a fabulous bit of water to be able to row on. Sometimes when you think about islands and rowing on the sea, you think it's not quite of what we prefer as rowing. We don't like waves, we don't like washes, and certainly you get quite a lot of washes around with the boat. So early mornings, late afternoons are the best time of going out on the water. I know that you have a lot of fun. I actually went to St. Petersburg 3 years ago to celebrate the Russians celebrating their anniversary of 150 years of rowing. Started by the British. The English Rowing Club still exists, or was rebuilt. It lasted all the way up to the Second World War, and then the sieges of Leningrad, it actually got taken down and burnt down for fuel in the sieges of that city. But they've rebuilt it, restored it, and now rowing is starting to grow out in St. Petersburg. I hope that I can come back and hopefully celebrate your 150th anniversary. I don't think I'll quite get there, but they might come up with modern new techniques of keeping people alive. That would be absolutely fantastic. But certainly enjoyed the time at the island. That it's a destination that the sport of rowing is growing all the time, and it's good to see. But you've got some great golf courses as well. So my passion now is still a little bit with rowing, but still very much out on the golf course as well. So thank you very much for coming, inviting me along here, and I'm really looking forward to seeing a little bit of rowing. And if I can give any tips that may improve that level, I will try and do that. But we were over at HSBC the other night and seeing the crews out on the water, and I'm not quite sure if I can benefit the good rowing I saw that night. So we'll see how we get on. But thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd just like to say it's a great pleasure to be here today. I've had the pleasure of meeting Michael Swain before, not Sir Stephen before. It's a great pleasure to meet Sir Stephen and all his, to congratulate him on his wonderful accomplishments and his very hard work. So it's all well deserved. I would also like to congratulate the Bermuda Rowing Association on the very hard work they've done. Today I represent the facilities side of as Minister of Public Works. So we're going to be working hard to try to maintain and improve the facilities which the Rowing Association has access to, and they have our full support as to all ventures which benefit the youth and the island in general. And it's a great pleasure for me to be here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Because the minister's made a very good point there of it's about facilities, being able to have opportunities to be able to improve within the sport. When I came in last time, I went to one of the local schools and gave a little talk about how I got into the sport and a little bit about rowing, and they had some rowing machines, and there seemed to be a lot of people very keen to get out on the water and try the sport on the water side. By having one rowing club is absolutely fantastic. but what you need is at least 2 and set up the rivalry between them. There's quite a big rivalry between some of our universities in the UK at I think it's known as the boat race between Oxford and Cambridge, and that rivalry really does improve the sport. So it's great to be able to have one rowing club, but if you could find another site for another, and all these school kids that are having the taste of the sport, of being able to get them out and start racing each other, I think you'll find a lot more people coming into the sport, a lot more people improving in the sport, and having a lot of fun. And when you've got an island with the resources of water all around you, you should be using those resources. So my little dig of trying to get a little bit more of resources and boats and equipment and boathouses would be absolutely fantastic for the sport. So I'll leave that with you with that one, Minister.
Thank you very much. And I mean, if Sir Redgrave is given this such a big promotion, and I think you single-handedly have more Olympic medals than we do as a country, I think it's something that we should listen to. But any type of youth sport program, especially that has the impetus behind it as Rowan does, is something that we need to encourage. We need to just continue to encourage more sports for our young children, because that's the avenue by which we save our children and keep strengthening our community. So I encourage you all to continue to work hard with multiple disciplines. I see, and just, you know, the best wishes to you all. Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Don't forget the most important muscles. The smile muscle. Back out, that's it. Okay, talk to each other.